Well, hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back. Jiu-Jitsu 2000 here today. I hope you guys are doing fantastic out there. In this video today, we are going to talk about something that I started back in 2015. That was collecting smaller Makita tools that aren't so heavy, that are easier to maneuver. This is the Makita 12-volt CXT line. Now, back in 2015, I started with a drill, an impact driver, 2 batteries, a charger, and a bag. It was a kit. In fact, I gave one of those kits away on the channel. And in this video today, here we are, 2023, we're approaching 8 years later. Are these tools still working? Have I had any issues? Has anything broken? How are the batteries holding up? How's the charger? And what else have I added to my CXT platform collection? So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive in and see what's going on here. Okay, let's start with the drill. This is model FD05, and let's pull a battery out. I have used this drill a ton. I use it to mix epoxy. I use it for driving screws. It's got a 2-speed transmission. It has a clutch. It's a very light clutch too. And this drill still works just as good as it did the day that I bought it. This has been a fantastic drill. This is a brushed motor, so it's not the fancy brushless technology, but it's worked fine. I have not had a single issue. I've drilled holes, I've drove screws, built lots of things with this drill. Not a single problem. The next one that we're taking a look at is the impact driver, model DT03. This one has also worked very good. I added an aftermarket battery. The other original battery's in there somewhere, but here's an aftermarket battery. And I have not had an issue with that original battery or this aftermarket battery or this impact driver. This thing I use all the time. I've found that because the faster speed, this is what I like to use when it comes to pre-drilling screws, and then I'll use the drill or the driver that you'll see here in a minute. I'll use that to drive the screws, but this is good for driving that countersink bit. I have not had a single issue with this at all, and this is also a brushed motor. This is what came in the original kit. You got 2 1.5 amp hour batteries, you got a charger and a tool bag in that original kit. Now, while we're talking about the original kit, let's take a look at the original charger, DC10WD. This charger has worked very good. I did replace the cord on the charger. That was my fault. I nicked it and it was exposed wire. It was my fault. So I did replace the cord, but as far as the charger is concerned, it still works very well. I haven't had any issues, and it charges the aftermarket batteries just as good as the original batteries without any problems. Now, I did add a 4 amp hour aftermarket knockoff battery, and this battery also works very good in these tools. Not a single issue with anything that you see here yet. Now, we picked up the FD06. This is a driver. It's a 2-speed transmission, also has a clutch. It's basically the same as the drill without the chuck. It's got the 1/4-inch hex. It has the LED light, and there is the other original battery. Now, this battery is still working just fine. Both of the original batteries that have came in this kit are still running strong. I have not had any problems. The run times are still just as good, and the performance is just as good as the day that I bought them. Not a single issue at all. Now, I did pick up a small 3 3/8 inch circular saw. This is model SH02. I use this saw a lot for cutting small things like 1x material. I use it for cutting plywood, and you can see there's still some drywall dust on the shoe there. I use this a lot. This is a brushed motor. All of these tools that you see here are all brushed motors, and I have not had any issues with any of them. This saw is a slower blade, but it gets the job done. It works a lot better than the old ones, you know, with the old pod style batteries, the 14-4 that I had from the late 90s. This one knocks that one out of the park. You can run those small carbide blades. All of these tools have worked very well. Now, I did add a brushless Jigsaw, model VJ06. I don't use the Jigsaw that much. A Jigsaw is just one of those tools that I don't use often. It does have a dial here where you can increase the speed, so you can go up to 5, so you can go from 1 to 5, and it does have adjustments for orbiting on the blade. And the Jigsaw works very good. This is the only tool that has brushless motor. Push the button, and there you go. That's on speed 1. The Jigsaw works good. I've not had an issue with it. I use it for cutting curves and circles and plywood and stuff like that, and it works fantastic. I haven't had any issues at all with any of these tools. Now, a couple other things that I added right here. This is, let me grab a battery here. This is a little, you put a battery in here. It's model ADP06. You have an on-off switch, and what it does is it's giving you a USB port. So in the event that you need to charge your phone or something like that, you can put a battery in here and charge your phone, charge your GoPro, stuff like that. This thing has worked fantastic. I love it. Now, I did buy another little item. This is a light, model ML103, and this has been something that I've used a lot too. If you're in a job and you need to get behind something and you need some light in that area, you can set this thing down and it will just put the light right in the area where you need it, and the runtime is pretty good on this little light. It has worked really good. So these two little additions have been good, and they've all worked good. Lastly, we have a little radio that I picked up, model RM02, and the little radio, it works good too. You slide the battery in. It's got a little rafter hook here, so you can hang the thing. The antenna comes out, and it gives you sound on a job site.
Financial issues, absolutely. So, what I'm going to just start answering some of these here, and hopefully those of you who asked them are listening.
It works good. You can set this down when you're doing something, like for example, I put in some laminate flooring at a friend's house, and I used this saw to cut the laminate flooring, and I have the radio going and the charger, and between these batteries, you know, I have the 4 amp hour battery. I also have the Jigsaw, the circular saw. I have all the tools, and I haven't had any problems with any of these tools. Now, I do like brushless motors. I do think that the brushless motors are more efficient, and like I said, the only brushless item here is the Jigsaw, and I don't use it that much. But all these tools still work like the day I bought them. I mean, they got power. They'll still drive the screws. I keep them kind of clean. You know, I'll blow them out with the air compressor, but I have not had anything fail. I haven't had anything die on me or not work when I needed it. all of these tools have been flawless for me. And in fact, the drill and impact driver kit that comes with two 1.5 amp hour batteries, comes with the charger and a bag. This isn't even the original bag. The original bag I think I gave away to a friend, and this bag came with my 18 volt compact tools that I bought. But you can get the drill, the impact, the two batteries, the bag, and the charger. I think that kit's only like $140 or something like that now. And even though these are brushed motors, they still work very good. And here we are almost 8 years later. Not a single issue. They're cheap tools. The ergonomics and the balance on all of these is absolutely fantastic. The aftermarket batteries, even the knockoff batteries that I got here, they work good. You can't tell a difference between them and the original batteries from Makita. That 4 amp hour battery works really good in this little saw when I'm ripping plywood and stuff like that, and I'm making real long 8-foot cuts. That's when that 4 amp hour battery comes in handy. The battery charger, it's not the fastest charger in the world, but it gets the job done. So folks, that's my update on these tools. They have served me very well, and I'm very confident that they'll continue to do so. Well, folks, I want to say thank you for joining me today on this video. I hope that it helped you out. I hope you got some good, useful information out of it. Please make sure that you're checking the description box down below, because I'll put a link where you can find this kit. And if you want to see any of these tool reviews that I've done on any of these tools, if you hit that search on my channel and type the word Makita in, I'm sure that these videos will come up. But these tools, I think I use them probably more than I use my 18 volt tools. They're lighter, they have just enough power. If I'm gonna be just running a 3-inch screw or smaller into something, or working inside of a cabinet, or just reaching above my head or something like that, these tools are perfect for that job. And the fact that they're brushed motors, no problem. Would I prefer brushless? Absolutely. Brushless has better run times and more power, but for what these are, they have served me very well. So folks, I want to say thank you for watching. Please feel free to leave your comments down below and let me know what your thoughts are. Also, thumb up this video if you would, please. Give it some traction. Let's shake up that YouTube algorithm. I hope you guys have a beautiful day. We'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.